Well, somewhere right now, Tom Holland is laughing at Denzel Washington for revealing that not only is Black Panther 3 confirmed to be coming from Marvel Studios, but that Denzel Washington himself is going to be in it playing a major character. Normally, Tom Holland is the one to let things leak, him and Mark Ruffalo, but the two of them are getting a really great laugh right now at Denzel Washington. But what I find to be perhaps the funniest thing about this situation is that I've read so many comments about this and everybody simply says, yeah, it's Denzel Washington. He can do what he wants. Kevin Feige can't really say anything. He can't really get in trouble, so he doesn't really care. And to that I'd say, yeah, he's a legendary, iconic actor, and the man just broke the news of Black Panther 3 and him being a part of Black Panther 3 and making his MCU debut so casually in this interview with the Today Show for his movie with Pedro Pascal, who is a part of the MCU now as Mr. Fantastic, Gladiator 2. We can't show too much of it for copyright, but check out what he said.
After that, I've been talking with Steve McQueen about a film. After that, Ryan Coogler is writing a part for me in the next Black Panther. After that, I'm going to do the film Othello.
So he talks about his upcoming films, the films that he's going to do until he retires. Luckily, he's got many films listed there, so he's not retiring too soon. So he starts to list a few movies, and then he says, after that, Ryan Coogler is writing a part for me in the next Black Panther. So right there, official confirmation from the man himself, Black Panther 3 is happening, and he will be a part of the MCU. Now, we recently heard a report that he was going to be playing Dormammu in the MCU. So clearly, and now confirmed, he had been meeting with Marvel Studios about a possible role in the MCU. I have no doubt that Dormammu was one of those roles that he could have played. They might have been talking about that. But at the end, it seems most likely that the character in Black Panther 3 resonated with Denzel the most, and he chose that character, and Marvel said, great, that's perfect. Ryan Coogler is obviously going to helm the next Black Panther 3. You'll work with him, and the character will come to life on screen. So he's not playing Dormammu, unless they're just really trying to throw us off here, in which I really don't think that's the case. So now the big question is, who is he playing? And we have three possible answers for you. Well, kind of three and a half. I'll start with the half. One option, since we are in the multiverse saga, is that he could be playing some variant of T'Challa, the Black Panther. However, given that we pretty much know Marvel Studios' complete slate up until Avengers Secret Wars, it seems more likely that Black Panther 3 is going to be coming after the multiverse saga. Again, they've pretty much revealed all the movies that are coming before the end of the multiverse saga, with the exception of one, maybe two, and it certainly is possible that Black Panther could be one of those movies, but the more likely movie that is going to take one of those slots is Doctor Strange 3, because his story is more directly involved with the multiverse saga and incursions. Plus, not to mention, the cast of Black Panther Wakanda Forever said that it would probably be some time before they did a full story again. And it does seem like Ryan Coogler is just now sitting down to write the story for Black Panther 3. So it most likely isn't coming in the multiverse saga, which means he's most likely not going to be playing a variant of T'Challa. And based on Marvel's past behavior, they probably wouldn't do that anyways. It's certainly a possibility, but very unlikely. However, one character that I think a lot of people automatically think of when they think of Denzel Washington possibly being a villain in Black Panther 3 is Achebe. And I think Denzel Washington would do a really great job with this role. Achebe is a Black Panther villain from Marvel Comics that actually manages to take over Wakanda. Achebe has a pretty messed up backstory, a story that basically causes him to go on a rageful killing spree, and he makes a deal with that forbidden name, Mephisto. But let's start with the origin. He was a small peasant farmer, or so Marvel Comics hints at, and he lived in the small African country of Gudaza. One day, rebel guerrillas were forced over the border onto Bob's farm. Achebe helped nurse the fighters back to health, but his wife ended up falling in love with the rebels' leader. And if that doesn't suck, when the guerrillas left, they took his wife and they stabbed Achebe 32 times, leaving him for dead, and his farm was razed to the ground. Driven with hatred and insanity, which I think any normal person would be in that situation, he offered his soul to make a deal with the devil. And I gotta say, if they're going to tie Ironheart back into Black Panther 3, since she was a part of Black Panther 2, this really connects to Ironheart as well, considering Deadline reported a while ago that Sacha Baron Cohen's character in the Ironheart series is going to be Mephisto. We'll have to wait and see if they're right on that, but that would connect very well to this villain. So Achebe proceeds to track down anyone associated with his wife and the rebels, killing each one of them by stabbing them 32 times, just like they did him. And here's the thing, Achebe is incredibly smart. He attended Yale University. He got multiple degrees. He then allied himself with certain parts of United States intelligence, the Russian mob. He returned to Africa and basically helped start an ethnic war that forced thousands of refugees into Wakanda. And long story short, he got Black Panther into some trouble, which basically made him have to stay in the United States. But basically what ended up happening is Achebe ended up taking over the Wakandan government, and he was aided by Ramonda and Mephisto himself, and eventually Black Panther is taken into Mephisto's realm, where he ultimately defeated him. And when he defeated him, it severed his relationship with Achebe. And eventually Black Panther, with the help of some Avengers like Captain America, was able to defeat Achebe. Now, this character is who I believe Denzel Washington is going to play. I think it makes a lot of sense, and it's a pretty big Black Panther villain. Out of all of the villains that we have left, at least. I mean, they already used Killmonger. I should say they already kind of wasted him by killing him. Same thing with Claw, and now we don't have Namor. He's still there, but obviously Denzel Washington is not going to be playing him. Plus, this could have ties to Mephisto if they really, truly ever are going to dive into that character. So this is who I believe he's playing, but there are some other theories. Another one is that he could be playing the character Blue Marvel. While this is certainly a possibility, and I could definitely see Denzel Washington playing this role, I would hope that Blue Marvel wouldn't be a character that's simply a one and done. And since Denzel Washington, in that interview with the Today Show Australia, basically listed all of the movies that he was going to do until his eventual retirement and essentially announced his retirement there, I would imagine that he's going to be playing a character for one time only in the MCU, for one movie only. So I would hope it wouldn't be Blue Marvel, because I don't want Blue Marvel to be one and done. And I don't think Marvel Studios would do that, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But our third option is that they are simply going to be writing a new original character for him. He does say Ryan Coogler is writing a part for him in the new Black Panther film, so that could be quite literal. Ryan Coogler might actually be writing a new part for him, a new character for him in the MCU that we've never seen in Marvel Comics before. And that would certainly be cool, and it would really be honestly kind of a thing that they would do for Denzel Washington, write a character kind of based on how he is, which one could see how that could be pretty epic because he himself is a pretty epic actor. And it's awesome that he is coming to the MCU. I think I would be okay with him playing Achebe or his own character simply written for the MCU. Either would be awesome, but go ahead, let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comments down below. Who would you like to see him play? Let me know. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the latest MCU news, leaks, or rumors. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.